So iRacing just dropped some pretty exciting news for the upcoming year and the upcoming build in 23 Season 4 in December. Now I want to quickly run through these, and actually by the time I'm recording this, they've basically just released. I haven't actually read them through, so we'll kind of take it as it comes. But I know there's something with rain, I know there's something with new cars and stuff. This is pretty exciting. So first of all, he mentions that they have had a pretty successful year, and they're excited that they've also re-established partnerships with like NASCAR and stuff like that. Now on top of that, it's Greg Hill, some guy from iRacing. And on top of that, he's pretty happy that they have invested quite a lot into sort of developing the sim more. Now, if you remember early on in the year, he was talking about how they expanded their team, but he adds on to that. And now it says that they have extended their graphics department as well. I swear I thought they did that like earlier this year already, but I guess they've done it again. Yeah, fair enough. He talks a bit how he's excited about that, but let's not talk about that. One of the first things they touch on is weather/rain. Now, already within a couple of paragraphs of this sort of section of it, he says that while we aren't quite ready to guarantee for December, we are now confident enough to say that the release of this incredibly complex system is imminent. That means it's going to rain soon. Did you hear that? Rain soon? I think that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see where this sort of will take iRacing, how they'll sort of handle it with officials and special events and stuff like that. But does this mean that we might see rain for Daytona 24-hour next year? Maybe we'll see it a bit later for Sebring 12-hour or something like it for the 24 Season 2 build or something. We don't know. They just say that it's probably going to rain somewhat soon. Now, they also kind of said this last year, and maybe also a little bit the year before that. So I don't know exactly what that means, but I don't know. He's confident, so let's hope that we can be as confident in him as he is in their own project. He talks a bit about something called Tempest, which is basically something that makes it a lot more advanced systems. It does not only simulate rain and the effect of the weather that has on racetrack, race cars and surrounding area, but also the physical components that combine to create various types of weather. Whatever that means. I don't know. I kind of thought, I kind of thought that was what the rain system was about, but fair enough. Whatever. I don't know anything about this. They probably know way more than I do. So I think this system is what makes a difference between if you're driving in Spain and it's sort of sunny and not a lot of rain, versus against you're driving in like Norway or something where there's sort of colder weather and stuff. I believe that's it. He continues hyping it a bit up, saying you will feel that tug of resistance when you drive through those wet areas. When things get really dicey, you'll be experiencing aquaplaning, which is good, of course. Now, they have hyped sort of rain up for a long time now, iRacing. So now our expectations are also really sort of been pushed through the roof. And that's also what I think we should be a bit like careful with. Personally, I also lowered my expectations so I won't get disappointed with how the rain is gonna be. But we'll see whenever it releases. He mentions another cool detail about rain, and that's if you have like a high downforce car, maybe the LMDHs or the F1 cars or something, they will sort of be vacuuming the water off the racetrack and spraying it up and sort of creating a dry line quicker than maybe slower cars will, which I think this is cool that they've done so much detail with this rain, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, there is one more thing he mentions about rain, and that is that they are only going to be adding it for some cars in the start. It's not going to be a system-wide thing. He said that this is likely to, the first update is likely to include the Formula 1600, the GR86 and the Ferrari 296 GT3, which I think it's pretty cool, but could be cool to like just have it be like a system-wide, or at least like a series-wide batch. So they would start out putting it in IMSA for all the cars in IMSA or something, or something else like MX-5s or something. Just a whole series on its own would be cool, but this is fine, whatever. Let's see what will happen, to be honest. I don't really know. Next up, he talks about sim optimization and performance. Our efforts to optimize and modernize our core engine continue and will continue for some more time. Now, this is good because iRacing is sort of an old engine at this point. It's just running on 2008 spaghetti code at this point. And it sort of just needs to be improved a bit from here. At least I have a pretty powerful PC. I'm running on triple screens, and I still have to run pretty low graphics just to get some sort of frames that's at least acceptable. But for sure, I can feel the recent improvements on the performance, but for sure it could use some more improvements as well on top of that. On top of that, they are adding an improved protest system. Now, I think this is good because they need to improve the protest systems. The amount of times you protest someone for something that they should not be allowed to do on this sim and that they don't get banned, they just can continue on driving. That has happened quite a lot of times. So I'm happy to see they're improving the protest system, and hopefully we can get some of the people who should not be on the platform off the platform properly now. Let's see how that will pan out. Next up, he mentions one new car for the new 23 Season 4 build. That is the Audi R8 LMS Evo 2 GT3. So it's basically the Audi R8 Evo. Now, if you bought the old Audi GT3 within 30 days, you'll get all your money back. If you bought it within 31 to 180 days, you'll get 50% of your money back. And if you bought it more than 180 days ago, you'll get nothing back. Cry about it, I guess. Next up, we are talking about new tracks. First of all, for the oval side of things, there's a new track called Slinger Speedway. I don't know a lot about oval, but if you know about oval, maybe you're hyped about that. Yay, Slinger Speedway. Next up, we have some more information on the Mugello circuit. It's looking amazing and will also debut in December. Not only does this track look amazing, but it's also a blast to drive. And yes, from the onboards we've seen from Mugello, back when F1 raced there and when GT cars raced there, it looks really, really incredible. It's good to see that we'll be getting this in about 1.5 months when the new build drops. I'm looking forward to driving this, and you know, I'm looking forward to seeing how it is. There's some pictures of some of the curbs here, and I'm looking forward to Mugello. On top of that, they have some updated artwork for Ookiyama. I'm not the biggest fan of Ookiyama, but fair enough. If you like Ookiyama, you'll have some updated artwork now. Thumbs up on that one, I guess. On top of that, the laser scans recently finished for Portimao and Navarra, and the productions are already underway. Now, this is exciting because I love Portimao when I've driven on like project cars or F1 games or something. It is such a good track with a lot of elevation changes. It's also very tricky, so I can't wait to get Portimao on iRacing sometime, a couple of seasons in the future. We're almost there at the end, but he just has something interesting here. He says, our career mode team is making significant headway on this project, and we're really picking up steam across all supporting departments, including design, sim engineering, web engineering, and backend systems. So we are going to be getting career mode soon. And I think I have voiced my opinions on this sort of early on this channel. I think it's going to be really cool if done properly, like if done maybe like the F1 games or something. But if done like, you know, a bit half done, I don't know how much I'll give it a shot. I'll make a video about it for sure whenever it releases, but I just hope that they make it a really, really engaging and exciting career mode. Last up, he mentioned something about the oval refresh and that you need to be prepared to tune setups for changing conditions and search for grip as various lanes heat up and cool down throughout a race session. So basically there will be a more variety for oval drivers. Once again, I'm not the biggest oval driver, but hopefully this is something that will make the oval racing better for the oval drivers. And then at the end, there is just some sounds of rain. Wow. It's rain, what a surprise. Yeah, so there's some sounds of rain and there's a lot of pictures that I've already used in the video. Anyways, I hope you are excited for this new update. Welcome back to the channel. I've taken a little break off videos. Anyways, remember to subscribe if you did enjoy this video. We're trying to get to at least 2,000 subs by the end of the year. I've been Marcus and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.